Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Sister Wives Show. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Kody Brown's journey on Sister Wives has never been short on drama. But recently, fans have noticed a shift in his behavior that goes beyond typical family issues. As we've watched his relationships with his wives deteriorate, a burning question has arisen. Is Kody Brown going through a midlife crisis? And if so, could that be the root cause of the turmoil that's tearing his family apart? For years, Kody has represented himself as a man of strong convictions and even stronger confidence. Yet, over the last few seasons, viewers have seen a different side of him, one that appears increasingly restless, frustrated, and sometimes even insecure. It's natural to wonder if Kody, now in his mid-50s, is experiencing a shift that's affecting not just how he views his life, but also how he treats his family. He's at an age where many people start to reflect on their past, questioning if they've lived their lives the way they wanted or if they missed out on something along the way. For Kody, this introspection seems to be accompanied by dramatic changes in his relationships, especially with his wives. One of the hallmarks of a midlife crisis is a sudden urge to break free from perceived constraints and live life on one's own terms. For Kody, who's been in plural marriages for decades, those constraints might be the family lifestyle he chose long ago. In recent years, he's voiced frustrations about polygamy, even suggesting it's not a lifestyle he'd recommend to others. This admission alone is surprising, as he's been a vocal advocate for polygamy throughout much of his life. Is he now questioning his own decisions, wondering if he's missed out on something by living this unique lifestyle? Looking at the dynamics with his wives, it's clear that Kody's priorities have shifted. For many fans, one of the most glaring signs of his change is his preference for Robyn, his youngest wife, with whom he seems to spend most of his time. This favoritism has caused tension, resentment, and heartbreak within the family, especially for his first three wives. While Kody argues that the strain in his relationships with Meri, Janelle, and Christine stems from other issues, it's hard not to notice that he's pulled away from them in a way that feels, well, dismissive. Could it be that Kody is looking for a simpler, more traditional relationship structure as part of his midlife re-evaluation? Interestingly, Kody has been increasingly vocal about his desire for control, which is another classic sign of a midlife crisis. When people hit a point in life where they feel uncertain, they often grasp for control as a way to maintain stability. This need for control might explain why Kody has been so rigid about certain family issues, from finances to where each wife should live. By imposing strict rules and boundaries, he might be trying to regain a sense of purpose and authority that he feels slipping away. For his wives, though, this behavior is often perceived as controlling and insensitive, leading to further breakdowns in communication and trust. Kody's relationships with Meri and Christine, in particular, have suffered immensely. For years, Meri has struggled with feeling disconnected from Kody, a situation that only seems to worsen as time goes on. From her perspective, Kody's emotional withdrawal feels like a betrayal, especially given the sacrifices she's made for the family over the years. Fans have speculated that Kody's behavior toward Meri is a reflection of his own dissatisfaction with the life he's built. Meri, who was Kody's first wife, represents the old Kody, the man who fully embraced polygamy with all its complications. Now, as Kody faces his mid-50s, he might be yearning for a simpler relationship dynamic, one that Meri simply doesn't fit into anymore. Christine, on the other hand, has always been vocal about wanting a strong, connected marriage with Kody. Over the years, she's expressed her disappointment with how distant he's become. Her eventual decision to leave the family speaks volumes about the toll Kody's shifting priorities have taken on her emotional well-being. Christine represents the part of Kody's life that wants consistency and loyalty. Yet, Kody's recent actions suggest that he might be prioritizing novelty and change over stability. For someone in the throes of a midlife crisis, this kind of pursuit of newness isn't unusual. It's as if Kody is searching for something to make him feel youthful and alive again, even if it comes at the cost of his long-standing relationships. Kody's desire to feel younger and more in control might also explain his focus on appearance. Kody seems more concerned with his looks and lifestyle than he was in the early seasons. While there's nothing wrong with self-care, this sudden focus on youth and vitality can be a telltale sign of a midlife crisis. Often, people in their midlife years begin to worry about aging and the inevitable changes that come with it. For Kody, his lifestyle changes might be his way of clinging to his youth, attempting to stave off the realization that he's entering the later stages of life. Then there's Kody's complex relationship with his children, particularly the older ones. Recently, several of Kody's children have spoken out about their strained relationships with him, noting that he's been more distant and less involved. This distance could be another manifestation of a midlife crisis, as people in these situations sometimes pull away from family obligations to focus on themselves. Perhaps Kody feels that by disconnecting from his children, he can focus more on his own needs, but unfortunately, this behavior has left some of his children feeling abandoned and hurt. They miss the father he used to be, and they're frustrated with his seeming indifference toward their lives. In addition to his children, Kody's constant conflicts with his wives have made viewers question whether he still sees the value in his family structure. Polygamy, by its nature, requires compromise, cooperation, and an unshakable commitment to family unity. But Kody's actions seem to contradict these values more and more. Some fans believe that Kody has come to resent the demands of polygamy, and that his midlife crisis is intensifying these feelings. He's frequently expressed frustration with the financial strain of supporting multiple households, and he's been vocal about feeling unappreciated by his wives. Could this be a case of someone realizing they've bitten off more than they can chew? Kody's relationship with Robyn, his fourth and most recent wife, offers yet another layer to this story. Robyn joined the family long after Kody's marriages with Mary, Janelle, and Christine were well established, and her presence marked a major shift in the family dynamic. Many fans feel that Kody's midlife crisis is reflected in his relationship with Robyn. She's younger, brings a sense of novelty to his life, and represents a different chapter in his story. Kody's attachment to Robyn, combined with his detachment from his other wives, has led fans to question if he's trying to start fresh with her, effectively abandoning his past commitments. This favoritism has only fueled the tensions within the family, further isolating him from his older wives and to some extent from his children. Kody has also exhibited a pattern of shifting blame, often portraying himself as the misunderstood victim of his wife's frustrations. When a person in midlife crisis mode feels threatened or misunderstood, they might react by externalizing their frustrations, blaming those closest to them for their own feelings of inadequacy or regret. Kody frequently argues that his wives don't respect him or appreciate his sacrifices, but he rarely seems willing to examine his own actions and how they might contribute to the family's issues. This lack of self-awareness is common during a midlife crisis, as people often struggle to face their own shortcomings. It's evident that Kody's decisions, behaviors, and relationships are being influenced by more than just the typical challenges of a plural marriage. His actions bear all the hallmarks of a midlife crisis: a yearning for freedom, a struggle for control, a focus on self-image, and a tendency to withdraw emotionally from those he once held close. And while he might not fully recognize it, these changes have deeply impacted his wives and children, leading to broken relationships, resentment, and, ultimately, a fractured family. In the end, the question remains: will Kody recognize that he's going through a midlife crisis, or will he continue down a path of self-destruction, alienating his family in the process? For fans of Sister Wives, watching this drama unfold is both captivating and heartbreaking. We're left wondering if Kody can ever truly mend the damage he's caused, or if his crisis will only deepen, leading to even more turmoil in the future. As we continue to follow Kody's journey, it's impossible not to feel empathy for the family members caught in the wake of his choices. They're dealing with the emotional fallout of his crisis while grappling with their own struggles to find love, security, and stability. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.